Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guys, I have Amanda joining me today. Hey, Amanda.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Amanda.
Hey guys, so I'm Amanda M and she's Amanda T. So if you do comment or want to ask a question or have a video suggestion for either one of us, please definitely specify either Amanda M or Amanda T. So so we have an exciting video of how to get rid of the third party, and Amanda's going to share her own personal success story about how she did it, which is absolutely amazing. Just before we dive into it, guys, as you know, Amanda is having a 50% off sale. Link is in the description. You can definitely check it out if you want any help, basically, finding any sort of blocks, changing your story, getting an action plan. She can definitely help you out there. And as well, we are giving away a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. It's going to help you to be able to build your mental diet. So it's a really great course. It's going to go through things like, no questioning, because I think, all too often in our mental diet, we're questioning things like what he thinks of us or what she thinks of us, or why hasn't something happened yet, when really all we need to do is persist and maintain and, come from the thought that it is happening and it's already happened. So, it's going to help you to find out what thoughts that you're having that you can maybe revise into something way more effective to get your manifestation quicker. Completely free course. Link is in the description. So yes, I'm excited. Throwing it over to you, Amanda, for the success story.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Big success. If you have 3P, maybe your man or woman is even living with that person. I'm going to be able to tell you exactly how to get rid of them. I have been in this scenario myself. Now, I was actually separated from SP. That was by choice. And then I decided that I wasn't quite ready to be done with him. So I reached out, and I do have a story that men in particular tend to go find someone to take care of them. I don't know where it came from. It's just there. And that pretty much they always want to constantly be in a relationship or talking to someone. So the first thing I like actually about that story is that it doesn't really mean much when they're with someone else. It's just convenience. So when he was with her, I really just focused on the fact that he really wanted to be with me. He was there with her for convenience. I didn't question that story at all and what she could possibly offer him. And she did try to offer him a lot. She offered him a place to live. She got him a dog, all kinds of things, all for free. She just wanted to give him all the gifts. And, as much as that's nice, his love for me was stronger because I manifested it that way. It didn't matter what she was throwing at him because his heart pulled towards me and he wanted to spend his time with me. So, even though it's hard, they spent Thanksgiving together and things like that, I knew that things were going in place to bring us together, and he really did. And she, actually at one point really started to feel the pull as he drifted away. She hacked his email. She hacked into his music account, would change the song titles in order to send him like secret messages. She was going all out. And, within, I think it was 2 weeks later, he had moved out of her house and moved into a brand new apartment with me. We were getting furniture. And I just never questioned or doubted that his love for me that I felt was true. That was the end. It was my end.
Exactly. And I think one of the most important things about, having a third party is just accepting it, that you've created it, that the third party and your SP didn't get together is something out of your control, because it really isn't. I mean, you manifested them together, so you can manifest them apart. And I think, I know there's a lot of schools of thought, but really it comes down to, how did you manifest that third party? Was it that you didn't feel like you were good enough? Or do you have a story that, the person's a player? So it's either a story about yourself or a story about the other person, or a combination of both, right? So you want to get to that root of that story. And then every time you think about the third party, it's really hard to ignore it. So I would say, do a mantra, be like, you know what, she's or he's found somebody else and my SP is back with me because I'm good enough, and it's happening, and it's happening now. And then put focus on, what does the relationship look like? Are you like Amanda and buying a new house together, or getting a new apartment, or, whatever the case, like, what are you guys doing? You're picking out furniture, start putting some more things in there that you can see, hear, and feel. And what is he going to say to you? The whole works, right?
Oh, exactly. A great mental diet. I actually do a lot of scripting. I find that really relaxing. I like to watch a movie and just say, he will only ever love me. He's told me he loves me. I know he loves me. I'm the one for him. I am his destiny. She is great, but not as good as I am at all these things. And, you just really decide and stick to that mental diet and have that clarity. Don't let the emotions get in the way. And, especially when you're enjoying life and you feel really good, I really like to hold on to those moments. Whatever I'm doing in that moment, say I'm getting ice cream and walking on the beach, I'm in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, I will imagine, he's buying me the ice cream and we're having a nice walk on the beach. And it's just that little clip for a snippet. And I truly believe that, because we're all connected, they're not here, but we're all connected. It's all within me, that those feelings get transmitted very quickly if you're able to do that, if you just focus on what you believe.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. And no questioning, right? I think that's one of the biggest, things that we have is, we're in a relationship and we don't know what the person thinks about us, or, the third party's there and they're not with us. So we start questioning, do they really want to be with us? Do they like me? What do they feel about me? And questioning is the biggest block, because it's not creating, it's coming from lack. It's coming from, rejection. If you are confident in who you are and what you're creating, then what you're in, and your relationship and your SP, your story is going to be like, look at it, my SP is going to leave anyone for me and be with me and be faithful to me, because ultimately that's what you want, right? So, and the best part is you don't even need to believe it. You just need to believe that your thoughts create. Like, that's it.
That is all you need. The things I've created out of the blue, just sometimes to see, or, oh, look at that, I just thought that something happened recently. And questioning is really just the beginning of the downward spiral. You really need to cut that off as soon as possible. And it is hard. I understand, everybody. There are things I don't question much about 3P, because I know that that I'm the best and they want me, and once they're with me, they're faithful. But there are things in my reality that I do start to question a little bit, and I have to do my own practices and mental diet just as much as anyone else. I mean, it's smaller, it's more rare, but it does happen. As long as you just keep feeding yourself that information, it shows up. It shows up.
Right. And what new story you want to create. Like, we can give you some great intentions, like, my SP wants to be with me and only me, will leave anybody for me, is faithful and loyal to me when we're together, but it's about finding beliefs that resonate with you. And the other thing is, like, really getting to the root of what your story is and changing it. Right. So, if at the end of the day, right, like, you can have a story that you're a great girlfriend and you're good enough to be in a relationship, but then have a story, that the person you're with is a player. I mean, you being a great girlfriend isn't going to change that story about the other person. So you're going to have to change the story about the other person. Now, you can do this for anything, that you want in your reality. Say, your SP plays video games, and you say, look, what, I'm good enough for my SP to make me a priority and spend more time with me. And if you don't want them to play games at all, then you just say they don't want to play games anymore. They'd rather hang out with me. And this is what we're going to do together. And then, I think where we fall short is by painting, we need to paint the picture of what we're going to do together. I know when I manifested Andrew, right? Like, I created that we were going to have dinner together every night. We were going to watch TV. We were going to go on dates. We were going to go for walks to the duck pond. We were going to go to the petting zoo. Like, I created all these activities that we were going to do on a daily basis. So he had to come in and, and then we had to do all those things, right? And by doing all those things, I convinced myself that he likes me, because you're the only one that you need to convince.
Exactly. Absolutely. It all comes down to just you, yourself. Nothing else matters. It really doesn't. I have seen so many incredible things where things just move. It's so beautiful. And knowing what you want to do with that person, knowing I wanted to move in together, I wanted to have kids, I wanted to go on vacation, a couple months later, we were in Hawaii, so just like I had planned. So, it's great to just make sure that you feed yourself that mental diet. And it can be anything, like you said, Amanda, video games, I've had jobs I don't like, is spending too much time with work and not me. So that's had to change and things like that. But it's all
Exactly.
changeable. It's all workable.
Exactly. I think, another big thing, and Amanda touched on this earlier is don't resist it. Don't hate it. Don't be angry at it. Okay. You manifested it. It's fine. It just accept it. And what do you want to see instead? And I think by going, I'm not going to think of them. I can't think of them. Like if I really trying to ignore the third party, you're really just resisting it. It's okay. Just paint them out of the story. You're the director. What's going to happen? Okay, you know what? They're going to find somebody else, and my SP is going to break up with them and say that they want to be back together with me. That's what's going to happen. End of story. They're going to realize they're not good for each other. There's no harm in that. You're not keeping them together by thinking about them. You're keeping them together by being angry at the situation, by not wanting to think about the situation, by trying to ignore the third party. Because come on, seriously, who can really honestly ignore the third party? Please comment if you can do that, because I sure couldn't.
That's
right?
true.
Are you kidding me? Try going 2 minutes without thinking about your SP. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm cray cray, but I mean, it's okay, right? If you don't want to touch it, don't think about it. Why are you so scared to just say they're going to move on, right? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about SP all day. And you know what? Think about it. Think about it. Think about how much they're with that person, but really want to be with you. And that's what they're planning on. So here's an example. So like I said, she got him a dog, right? He had always wanted his own dog or something, which, I mean, I don't know why he hadn't had one by then, but the point was is that he had one. So she got him one. And that didn't mean, I didn't say, oh, now he's going to stay with her because, she got him this puppy. I was like, yeah, those are a dime a dozen and that's great. But if you can bring the dog, we can get you your own dog. It meant nothing. If I was to see them in the grocery store, I wouldn't think, oh my God, they were holding hands in the store with the rutabagas. I'd think, well, that's where they go to buy food. And I would leave it at that. They're buying food. He's thinking about me every time he passes my jalapeno chips. He says, oh, Amanda loves jalapenos. Movies. I've used movies. I was watching something where a guy broke down over losing his partner. I was like, oh, that's exactly how he would feel if something happened to me. And he told me, I saw this movie and I thought that's exactly what I would do if something happened to her.
Yeah. You know what? I was just about to say that earlier. So everyone, as you pushed out, use movies as as a catalog, use other people's success stories, use anything, that you see out there and say, that's how it's going to happen in my reality. Right. I know it can be sometimes hard to think up, intentions and affirmations and these scenarios from scratch. I mean, borrow somebody else's if you like it, the Hallmark Channel's great for these love stories, right? And they've even gotten rid of a few third parties in there, right? So,
that's a great example.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just watch any General Hospital or soap opera. They're just all with each other constantly.
This is it. We'll have a playlist for you guys in no time, right?
We'll make it so it sticks with you, though. We'll give you those after.
Exactly. Why do we always end up laughing at our videos? I'm telling you. Try to be serious and get the message across. But honestly, guys, Amanda's a lot of fun to talk to. She is a hoot. So, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I think that about sums it up. It's don't put whatever it is on the pedestal. Put yourself on that pedestal. Don't be scared to think about it, right? Because you're going to have to write it out or the person out, and then start focusing on, them being with you, what you guys are going to do together, and stop questioning. Stop questioning what they think about you. Stop questioning if they want to be with you. Stop questioning why the third party's there, answer those questions, and that's why, I'm good with techniques for everybody, but that's why I'm not a big fan of ask formations. I mean, do them if they help you, but the point for me is get out of the question of get out of the habit of questioning, right? So, it's they don't, I don't think there's much benefit other than keeping us in the habit of questioning, right? Well, I mean, hopefully you're focusing on what you want when you do them, right? But, yeah, it's about stopping the questioning and just really starting to, be solid. And if you repeat something enough, it will become a belief. You will believe it, right?
Exactly. And that should almost be this video. Stop questioning, because it's just like, give me a big red stop button. No.
Right. We know why you're third parties there. You're questioning. We know why you're not getting what you want. You're questioning.
Exactly. I'm going to get some whiteboards and no. So if you're ready to stop questioning, please book with me. I am so good at that. And I will stop you when you're
your questions. She'll answer them.
Yes. Do not be afraid. Ask anything. I will have that answer. I've done and seen it all.
Exactly. Guys, again, she's a hoot. So thank you so much for sharing your success stories with us. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Until next time.
Bye.